All right, so that song was a pain. The funny part about it is that's actually the easiest song in the first set, and to be honest, I actually recorded for 2 hours. I think actually over 2 hours before I was able to get a halfway decent take, and then I wasn't even super content with that, so I played a few more, but honestly I picked the best one that I thought came out. Maybe it's because I'm trying to be like a perfectionist about it, but yeah, I just was not happy with a lot of the takes. Realistically though, it shouldn't be that difficult of a song to play. Like honestly, a beginner could play the song. The intro is the hardest part for me, honestly, but the intro is all just open chords. Like these are like beginner things that somebody who just picked up a guitar today would learn. Like in other words, if I was showing somebody a guitar lesson, I would teach, you know, these chord shapes within the first couple of lessons, if not the first lesson. And just the pattern is kind of the hard part for me. There's just something that can't get through my head. I don't know why, but I imagine that there's people out there that are saying like, oh, this is a simple song to play. And it is. It really, like technically speaking, super simple to play. Just for some reason, it took me forever. And then what makes matters even worse is the fact that I went to go edit the video, and for some reason, I was missing like the last like maybe 10 or 15 seconds of the Guitar Hero footage. So I actually had to go back and re-record the Guitar Hero controller footage, and it sucks because when it's the game footage, that means I have to go back and record the game again to see, so you could see exactly which buttons I was pressing at the right time. It was horrible. This whole song, I haven't recorded all of the songs yet at this point in time. The only ones that I selected were Hit Me With Your Best Shot and Rock and Roll All Night. But man, Talk Dirty to Me, it took me the longest, or I'm assuming it will take the longest to record and edit down. I should also mention that the song is the longest in the first set, or at least it feels like the longest in the first set. I'll put up here, I guess, if it really is the longest one. But man, this song just does not stop. I mean, there's the parts where it feels like it's gonna end, and then it just keeps going. Like there's another verse and another chorus, and it's just a long song that's easy to play, but honestly, I think that makes it even worse, because when I do fail at it, then it's like restart, and then you start getting mad, and then you fail even earlier, and it's just like this cycle that I ended up falling into that just, man, no, this is actually a really, really bad one for me to record. Otherwise, if you don't know, the equipment that I'm using is the Boss ME80 multi-effects pedal, and I'm running that straight into a PA that would simulate, going right into a clean amplifier. And the intro for the song I actually played completely clean. That's just clean guitar. That's what this guitar sounds like just through an amp. And then I actually used the overdrive/distortion pedal part of the pedal, and I put it on the overdrive setting. According to the ME80, that would be like somewhere between just a normal boost pedal and a little bit less than an Ibanez tube screamer. And I actually had the drive up pretty high on this one. I was up about 3/4 of the way just through an overdrive pedal. But yeah, if you just have like a standard like overdrive pedal, like probably the Boss, I believe it's like the OD pedal, and just kind of put it up moderately, you'll get the same tone that I am. And I'm also on the, believe the bridge pickup as well. And as a final note, I am playing in half step down tuning, so that would be E flat. So about the song itself, like I said, the intro is the hardest part for me. I'm gonna try and play it right now for everybody, especially seeing as I haven't played the song in a few days, so we'll see how that comes out. In my opinion, if you can make it through that part of the song, you could play the rest of the song. That, for some reason, to me, is just the hardest thing. And I'm trying to think about it. What makes it so difficult for me? I really can't tell you. I guess there's like a little hammer-on going on. So I guess one of the problems is you have to hit the top string, then strum through the entire chord, then come back up and hit the second from the top string, so your A. I guess that's kind of hard, and when you play the A string, you have to do like this little hammer-on. and then go into strum the D. So it has like this little... And the pattern repeats, so like I said, it shouldn't be that difficult. If you could just nail that beginning part, it wouldn't be that bad. But honestly, if I made it through the first 3 seconds of the song, or however long that little bit lasts, I would be good for like the entire song. There were just times, sometimes I'd make it the whole way and I might forget a part. Like I said, this is a very long song. I don't know, it's pretty difficult for no reason. These little like pull-off things that happen every so often, I could never remember when they come. Honestly, I never could. So when I was playing real guitar, I actually had the game running for the background music as well. You just mute the in-game guitar. And when I was listening, I would also look up at the screen, and when I would see those little things come, I would try and react to them as opposed to being proactive and knowing when they come, because I feel like they're so random throughout the song. It's these little bits. Those things come out of nowhere, and they're like completely inconsistent from where they are. Sometimes when the verse comes in, they'll do a one cycle, like one bar of the power chords, and then do it. Other times they won't do it until like the last bar or like somewhere in the middle. It's just kind of like an improvised thing. If I was playing this song live, honestly, I would probably throw them in whenever I felt like it, and it would probably get the point across pretty good, or do them every time, or if you never did them, people probably wouldn't really know. But I think they're nice little touches, don't get me wrong. They sound awesome when you play them in the song, but they do come up like out of nowhere and for no reason, and I really had to just kind of pay attention to the screen of when they came up and just tried to react and play them on real guitar. And it's really funny because when I play Guitar Hero, I obviously react, I don't memorize the notes, but when I play real guitar, I try and memorize the lines, and I more so just have the game on for the backing track, just so I can hear where I am in the song and stuff like that, and tempo. But, you know, for this song, on those parts at least, I definitely react to them. Otherwise, nothing else in the song was really that bad. Like I said, once I got past the intro, it was pretty straightforward. I mean, I can't even really think of any other parts that were, more difficult on Guitar Hero, on real guitar. There's that one part, I guess at the end of the solo, which I'll play it for you now. So that little bit right there, I was kind of disappointed when I looked up how to play it. Honestly, in the game, it almost appears to be like an arpeggio. Like, I wanted it to kind of be like a... or something like that, and I'm trying to think if there's any way that you could arpeggiate this. I suppose you could play it like this. I kind of like that better. I actually want to hear it with distortion. Honestly, I think that sounds pretty good. I should have played it like that, because when that part comes, the notes kind of bleed over one another, and when I was playing them as like individual notes, it didn't really sound right, but that sounded pretty cool, actually, at least just with raw guitar. I'm curious to see what it sounds like now over them. I'll have to put that in and see what that sounds like. So hopefully that sounds pretty cool. I don't know, I'm recording now, editing later. So I guess that's pretty much everything I wanted to say about this song. I hope that you enjoyed this video, because it would make it worth it that I was playing for literally over 2 hours on real guitar trying to play this simple song. And, who knows how many hours playing the game and then editing it down. Like I said, I lost the footage, which really sucks. But I feel like the only way to properly do this video justice is just to give you a montage of all the times that I failed this freaking intro. Enjoy.